Hi, everyone. It's a little bit after 3 on Tuesday, the 4th, and I just wanted to go over a chart pretty quickly. Um, as everybody knows, Disney reports today after the close. So, the question that I've had from a couple of subscribers is, what do I do? Which way is Disney going to go? And my answer is clearly, I don't have a clue. I don't play earnings because they're a coin toss. Sometimes you get a beat and the stock goes down. Sometimes you get a miss, which is probably what's going to happen with Disney because of the closures of the parks and the lack of live sports for their ESPN subsidiaries. But bottom line is there's still a lot of interest in it, and I think if you do your homework, you can get an idea. So when the stock right now is 117 and a half. When it was trading just about 118 earlier today, the options which expire on Friday of this week were $3 on either side of 118. $3 for the puts, $3 for the calls. So really, you don't have a lot of guidance. So let's take a look at the internals here. We have the on balance volume and a 75-day linear regression. The reason that I use this is because it's easy to tell when the stock gets overdone on the upside and is subject to a move down, or it gets oversold and is subject to a move higher. Right now, we're below that line, not very much, but nonetheless below the line. So let's take a look at the weekly, and you'll see that what we've really been doing here is we've worked our way into an interesting downtrend. However, there's also a pretty interesting uptrend. This is called a pennant, and the bottom line is the stock could go either way. Now, these light blue lines are the Bollinger Bands, and they are getting more narrow. What happens, let's go back to the daily, what happens when the Bollinger Bands get narrow is we generally get a move one way or the other. Uh, you know, Disney is a beloved company. Everybody likes owning it. Anybody who owns it for a while will tell you they're well ahead with stock splits and stock dividends and price. So the point here is you need to do your homework. If you like Disney and you want to buy it, we are just over the 5-day moving average. This is actually a 5-week moving average. We went through the 20-week to the upside, which is generally a turn. Of course, we did rally hard. So the issue here is I think that you can buy it. If they get a miss and the stock comes in a little, you can buy it at that trend line, which today would be right around the low from last week, right around 112. Let's take a quick look and see exactly 113.37 was the low. So it's not often that you can buy $120 stock and literally have uh, maybe a 5 or 8% risk. Now, if it breaks out above that line that we drew before, we can easily get to the upper Bollinger Band at 127. So this is, as I said, the reason that I don't play earnings reports. But I am looking at this and saying, whichever way it comes out of this pennant that I showed you, uptrend, downtrend, whichever way it comes out, it's probably going to continue. If it comes out to the downside, I'm going to say the next buying opportunity is not until 100, 105. If it goes to the upside, I'm going to say it's probably going to go towards this gap. The gap is between 134 and 138. So either way, it's not an overwhelming trade, but it is a name in the news, and I wanted to address it. I'll be back later for the closing comment.